Sheila and the Dungeon Master 2, a short D&D story. Part 2, a dangerous encounter. Now I wanted us to be alone. So after making my desires known to the other girls, Ilana and the other woman left and went back to their realms, but might return again sometime tonight. I was hoping we could just sit and talk for a while. There was so much that I wanted us to talk about, so that we could get to know each other better. But things didn't go quite like I wanted them to. I went and sat on the couch, but no one was there. "Where are you?" I asked, but there was no reply. "Oh, come on. We need to talk. You know how much I want you, right? I mean, I can't stop thinking about you." I looked around, but saw no one. "Hey, where did you go?" All of a sudden, a hand wrapped around my mouth and another around my eyes. Why couldn't I move? I wondered to myself. Being unable to speak, I tried to scream, but the grip on my mouth was stronger than I thought it would be, and my scream was muffled. "Shut your mouth and get on your knees. On your knees, now." I dropped to my knees, and for a moment I could speak. "Why are you doing this to me? Please let me go." "Shut your damn mouth, you bitch, and start taking off your clothes." I did as he commanded. "Resist me in any way, and you'll pay dearly. I'm going to let go of you now, but if you say one word or try to run, I'll beat you until you're unconscious. Do you understand?" "Yes." "Yes, what?" Fear coursed through me. "Yes, Master," I said, sounding scared to death. "Good girl." He released me, but his hands started fondling my breasts, and he started kissing the back of my neck. He then grabbed me by my throat and slammed me to the ground. My carpet absorbed some of the blow, but it still hurt. He was also naked as he got on top of me and just stared at me, while his grip around my neck tightened, causing me to choke. "Please, Master," I barely managed to say, "don't hurt me. I just wanted to talk." He slapped me hard. "Shut up, you filthy little slut," he said loudly. "Just shut your damn mouth and just lay there like a good little girl." I looked at him funny. "Little girl?" He seemed to hesitate. Yes, little girl," he said, as he started to smile. "I'm not a little girl, you jerk." "What are you, 5 feet? 5'1", maybe?" "I'm 5 feet 2 inches tall." He smiled again. 5'2" qualifies as a little girl." "Sweetheart." I grabbed him by his balls. "You were saying?" Okay, let go of my balls. "Let go of my balls what?" I said, sounding angry. "Oh, we're already reversing this now." I let go and grabbed his hands and put them on my breasts. We started kissing passionately, and soon he was inside me. "You really surprised me," I said, while breathing heavily. "I didn't think you were going to attack me like this until later tonight." "Well, when you asked the girls to leave and come back later tonight, I figured this was the best time to have our little roleplay session." "You could have let me know. You scared me." He smiled a sly smile. "If I had let you know, it wouldn't have scared you. Scaring you was part of the fantasy." I sighed. "Okay, you're right. But could you make yourself look like you actually look now?" "Why? Don't you prefer me as this hot, muscular 25-year-old? "You look amazing, sweetheart, but I love you just the way you are." He turned himself back into his older self as we continued to have sex, while also continuing this conversation at the same time, something that I thoroughly enjoyed doing. "Well, our next roleplay session is mine," I said, "but I'm not going to let you know what I'm going to do to you." He looked a little curious. "Will you be torturing me in any way?" I couldn't help it as a smirk formed on my face. I don't know, dear. I'm still thinking it through. We took a break from chatting and started making out with each other. Of all the men I've had sex with, the dungeon master was the most fun. There was something about his personality, and my desire for him was unlike any that I had for a man. I was consumed by this ultra-powerful human, and I wasn't entirely sure why. Was it simply because he was far more powerful than me and could pretty much do anything that he wanted to me? Or was there something else? I wasn't sure, but regardless, I had never loved any man like I loved him, and I wished there was a way that he could stay here with me forever. How much longer do you think it will be before reality sends you back to your reality? I asked him. I'm not sure. But how about when that happens, I bring you with me, and let's see how long you can stay there until, as you just said, reality takes you back to your reality. Oh, I like that. Maybe we can double the time we're together before I have to wait a few months to see you again. Yeah, that would be great, wouldn't it? But let's stop having sex now and sit and talk about stuff. Wait, you're the one asking us to stop having sex? I looked at him funny. Is this the dungeon master who's having his way with me, or is this some imposter? He started laughing. I know that you want us to spend some time talking with each other, and I want to do that too. I mean, there's so much that I want to talk to you about. Just wish we had more time. That last comment of his had me perplexed. I'm a goddess, and you're a dungeon master, yet we're not able to create more time for ourselves. Is that crazy, or what? Yes, it is. So let's get up and get dressed, and go sit on your couch and, talk and get to know each other better. How about we stay naked so I can lay in your arms so we can caress each other while we talk and kiss and whatever else we feel like doing. He smiled and started kissing me passionately, but then we got up and went and sat down on my couch. I laid in his arms and kissed him some more. So, what shall we talk about first? Oh God, I don't know. Let me think. There was a long pause. How about sex? Want to talk about sex? I moved on top of him and got on my knees while he remained sitting on my couch and positioned myself so my breasts were practically in his face. I'd love to, but I think we should talk about other things right now. Of course, now he'd be sarcastic with me. Is that why you put your tits in my face? So that you'd get my mind off of sex so we could talk about something else? He said, as he started sucking them, which made me moan. Okay, you're right. I got off him and went back to laying in his arms. How about you tell me why you love me more than you've ever loved anyone, and I'll tell you the same. Have you ever been deeply in love? He asked me. No, not really. I mean, as a goddess and creator of my own world, I love everyone who's here. Well, I love everyone in the immortal realm, and I also love everyone above who is good and decent, that is. Of course. So how do you feel about all the jerks and the bad people who live in the mortal realm? I simply tolerate them and hope that one day they see the error of their ways and change. And if they don't? He asked me. Then they go to whatever evil realm they go to, and that's that. That's that? Is there no hope for them? There's always hope, sweetheart. I then looked at him. You really don't know how this works, do you? Nope. In the world that I live in, there are a myriad of beliefs about what happens to us when we die, from heaven and hell to everything in between. In between, I said, as the conversation I had with Gilgrath years ago came into my mind. How interesting. You know, in between is where some people go when they die, but it's a temporary state. You mean like Jograth? He asked. I was just thinking of that. So you know what happened with him? Yes, dear. I wrote all about that, and I was quite impressed with myself, with how I was able to work out how death works in Forestera. Okay, but how did you know that's how it works? I didn't. I made it up, he said, as he started kissing my neck while massaging my breasts some more. I started to moan. Oh, God, I so love when you do that. Which? Both. Ah, good, he said, as he continued, while I continued moaning. As long as you keep moaning with pleasure, I'll continue to kiss and massage you. Okay? I didn't want him to stop, but we really needed to talk. Okay, I guess we need to put our clothes back on, because I really want to talk to you about stuff before you're taken back to your reality. He thought for a moment. Hey, why don't we talk about stuff in my reality, and then I can show you all kinds of things on my computer, let alone some other things that I want to show you. What kind of things? I said, smiling. He made a face. Nothing sexual. Well, actually, he hesitated. Let me think about some of those sexual things and get back to you. I have other things, though, that I want to show you, and I think you might enjoy some of them. Ooh, I can't wait now. Let's go now. No, dear, we're staying here for as long as I'm able to, and then you'll stay with me for as long as you're able to, and then I'll see you in around 3 months. I started to feel sad. I don't want you to leave. I want us to be together forever. Well, maybe I won't live much longer, and then I'll come here after I die. He then looked into my eyes, and then we'll be together forever. When he said that, though, a slight panic started to form in my mind. You're assuming that you'll come to me when you die, but you don't know that. After all, no one from another reality has ever come here when they die, so why do you think you will? Because you assume we're soulmates, right? But you can't know that for certain. Sheila, if we're not soulmates, then when I die, not only will I not see you, but we may never see each other ever again, and I probably won't have any memories of you either. Now I started to really panic. Don't talk like that. You're scaring me. Well, I think we just figured out what we need to talk about first. You have to be my soulmate, because if you're not, then none of this makes any sense. I mean, why would my story come to life, just like it did for Zelazny? It didn't come to life. I've been a goddess for 1,000 years now, and now I'm free to go anywhere I want, yet I still can't go to your reality. Why? What's stopping me from going to you now? I'm no longer bound to my world. I'm free, so why can't I go there? Because there's no magic in your world? That might be why. I'm not really sure, but as far as I know, no deity has ever showed up in my reality. Well, if they did, I don't know about it, other than old stories from long ago and myths that we have. Oh, I should show you all the gods of mythology that we have. Maybe you'll know some of them, he said, smiling. But technology is all we have. There's never been any magic. Well, none that I'm aware of. His words confused me, but technology is magic. It just operates differently. But it's definitely magic, I assure you. Hey, wait, why don't you just write a story that you died, and then you came to my realm? He thought about that for a moment. Well, sure, I could write that, but until I actually die, I won't come to your realm. But you said it only happens because you write it. So write it. Okay, but I don't think writing a story that I died will cause me to die. I mean, nothing happens until I actually publish it on my blog or Amazon. But if I die, then I can't publish it. And if I don't publish it, then it didn't happen. I was so confused now. Wait, what? Say that again. Now he looked confused too. If I die... Wait. Now you've got me confused. I saw his confusion, but then I had an idea. Okay, how about this? How about when you're back in your realm, I come with you and I help you to write a story about you dying and going to my realm, and then maybe it'll happen. Yes, I was smiling when I said that. I don't think I needed to point that out, did I? Anyway, I could see that I was totally boggling his mind now. So I put my hands on his face and kissed him passionately. You know what? Let's stop talking and just have some more hot, passionate sex. The dungeon master smiled, but then looked confused again. Wait a second. Did you just have me write this part from your perspective? I just smiled.